realistic. We have many viable plans. So the technology isn't really the issue. Then we're going to talk about the economics.
Pull over to you.
How will sending humans to Mars have what kind of economic impact will it have on the country and the world? So I think part of this is we don't want, we have great panels coming up, and they're going to say some, sure, wonderful things, but the whole point of this session is to interact with the audience as well. So we hope you'll all be able to participate, give us your opinion on all these topics. And we have a really diverse group of folks here today from space industry, finance, entertainment industry, and other disciplines. So it should be a really, and people will be coming in and out all day, so it should be a really interesting day. I know a lot of people have been asking about Wi-Fi, and I believe Wade is going to be putting up some Wi-Fi information on the screen. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So at some point in time, you'll be able to see Wi-Fi information coming up. I also just want to once again thank everybody who sponsored this event. I want to thank Aerojet Rocketdyne, who's sponsoring the reception tonight. Lockheed Martin, who is sponsoring the product of this event. And there is going to be a product called the Red Paper. And basically, it's going to be the product of this morning's session for the rest of this event. And because we're bringing this diverse group of people together, we want to make sure to highlight what the results are. So we will share this information with you before we send out the final report. We're also going to be sending out a survey to other folks, people we've invited who couldn't come. So we have a large input from various folks around the country from different industries. So we hope to have that report ready within a month. So why don't we get going? Actually, I also want to thank Phillips & Company, Austin, Texas, who helped us run this event. So thank you, Rich and Jill. And probably also should highlight some of our staff members as well. Thank you, Wade, for doing all the AV. Thank you, Debbie, for helping with all the logistics, everything else, and Artemis and Gary and Rick and Rich, and I'm probably forgetting Joe. So thank you very much. So why don't we get going? And so our first panel is Wine Mars. And Rich Phillips, president of Phillips & Company, will be moderating this. And Rich, you can bring up your panel.
Okay. My panelists include Emily Greer. Thank you. This is, I hope, a very robust conversation with the audience because this is a very critical, critical subject. First, let's talk about what we mean when we ask the question why. In marketing and communications, there's a term called value proposition. And it's a marketing term that we use to describe a relationship with the customer. A value proposition sometimes is thought of as a benefit, but I don't like to look at it that way. A true value proposition is actually a promise. It's a promise that you make with your customer. What am I going to get back if I buy this product or work with this company? Or in this case, support this mission, support this vision, support NASA and private sector in their goals to explore space and go to Mars. What is the promise to me? And before you can answer that question, what is the promise of Mars? It's important to say who is the customer that we're actually trying to reach. So that's my first question is, who is our customer?